Well, good afternoon, everybody. Dan Cochimilio here, along with Eric Romo, as we discuss the San Francisco Giants post-game show as they lose their third straight to the Arizona Diamondbacks and lose the series after winning the first game behind Alex Cobb. They lose the final three, and now they come back home to face the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. The Giants fall to 17-23. They're now 6 games under 500. And folks, I told you so. I told you so. Okay? I told you the Diamondbacks at the beginning of the year were a better team.
Yep.
And a lot of people gave me some flack for that have been in this business for quite a while, longer than I have been. And I just will say that
you just can see
it. You can see it. Yeah, Diamondbacks are young and exciting. I also told you last night, I said the pitching matchup looked favorably, but the Giants struggle against
new pitching.
And they did today. They did today, as they were really unable to do anything off of what's his first name? Fott is his last name.
I don't even know. Fats? P.
It's pronounced Fott. It's I'm trying to remember his first name. I'll pull it up here. Just one second.
No problem. You know what? When the Diamondbacks traded Varsho for Gurriel, I was like, I don't know. I kind of liked Varsho, but Gurriel's having a good season right now.
Yeah. Brandon Fott. Yeah. He today he was pretty spectacular. 5 innings pitched, 5 Ks, 3 base on balls, 1 earned run, 1 hit, and that hit was a home run by Michael Conforto. Yep. But you knew that the Giants were going to blow the game. If you watch them long enough, just get to the bullpen. Get to the bullpen.
Funny. Good. I'm not going to blame this on Tyler Rogers. He's had a good year.
Yeah, it's not.
But you know who I blame? I blame Capper for throwing him out there for a second inning. Why not throw out Brebbia or whatever? I mean, no, I guess you can't really put Duvall out there.
Well, in the 9th inning, I guess you're going to use Duvall if you get to the 10th, just because of you need the strikeouts and a man on starts on second. So I understand that, but the Giants are thin. They're thin in the bullpen. They don't have a strong bullpen.
They don't have
Rogers has pitched pretty good this year. He did, unfortunately, lead-off walk. Those come back to bite you, and he did walk Christian Walker. But the Giants go down 2-1 on Mother's Day. By the way, if there's any mothers out there listening today, happy Mother's Day. And so
I like what Yachty has to say.
Go ahead and pop that up there. Okay, yeah, we got it. Young and exciting beats old and dull. Of course. Yeah, I mean, Giants, I'll tell you, Casey Schmidt is he struggled behind the plate at the plate today, but in the field, I'm telling you, third base is where you want this guy.
Right.
And he turned a double play today with bases loaded. I'm going to show you that highlight real quick.
Yeah, show that highlight. That's a really good highlight.
Let me see if I can get that up on the screen here.
You know what? I don't even know. Can you show that? Oh,
what's that?
I don't know if you can on the San Francisco Giants website.
What's on their website?
They got the clip.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
I can show it from my phone because I videotaped it. I'll see if I can put that up. Let me see if I can put it up. Email it to myself, and then let's see.
And then share or to do that the present. Yeah.
Oh, that's the second one. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get that while I'm working on that. Oh, what happened there? It didn't download. Hold on. Let me try it again. So, yeah, the Giants just are not hitting. You can see the ticker running behind or at the bottom of the screen. Giants lose third straight to the Diamondbacks. 3 hits is all they came up with today, and they had 12 more strikeouts. Ugly offense ruins Webb's good 7-inning outing. Yeah, this is
Unbelievable.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's reminiscent. We've talked about this before, but it's reminiscent of Kane. Remember how you used to get Kane?
Oh yeah.
He'd have a good outing and no offense behind him.
Right. Why is this saying this is only 15 seconds here? This little take here. That should not too long. Okay, there we go. Finally getting it to depth. File they're trying to share exceed the attachments. What?
Do you want me to try playing it on here?
Hold on here. I don't know if we could. I don't want to do it on the Giants thing, but I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to just take this. So anyway, let's get some of the comments. Go through some of the comments there. See if you can put something up there.
See. Oh yeah, here we go. Kind of to the same point. The D-backs are young and talented, fast team that doesn't strike out, and they put the ball in play. It's amazing what happens when you put the ball in play.
Yeah, it really is.
Instead of playing home run derby, let's play some baseball. That would be a welcome change of scenery there. Let's play some baseball. Stop trying to swing for the fences.
Yep. It really is discouraging to watch constantly when you see what it really is.
That's a good point. Mark, I've noticed that with a lot of teams, they're using analytics, but they're using it as a force multiplier. They're not using it as the end all be all. They're kind of what Ned Coletti has talked about on Kruger Show. You want to have a balance of, the eye test, analytics, and you put that together and you got something good, just like with the Braves and now the Diamondbacks. Yeah, I don't know why the Giants don't do that. I mean, you would think Farhan with his time in the Dodgers would have kind of figured that one out, but I guess not. He wants to kind of just do it his own way.
Yeah, it's really.
I don't know what it is. Maybe they're trying to think, hey, we want to be trailblazers and do things that people have never done before, instead of just doing what works.
Right. Yep. Exactly. I told you after the first game or two that Schmidt was gonna, he's gonna come back down to earth at the plate. You could see that he struck out 3 times today. Yeah. Got a comment in here that says somebody said he has 0 plate discipline. He is, that's what the league does. They're going to say, okay, start throwing him balls not in the strike zone. And
gosh, did you see that slider he swung at? Whew.
Yeah, he's chasing balls that are out of the zone, and that's, Matt Williams did that the first couple of years as well, and I think Schmidt's a little bit more plate discipline, a little bit can see the curveball a little better than Matt Williams, but he's going to struggle at times.
Yep.
But he's 24, and so, Williams was a little younger, and you're just going to have to, get these guys to figure out how to, they're going to have to take balls and learn plate discipline and learn pitches that you can, go after in your zone. Yep. So,
I'm gonna have to check out Bill Lasky. Bill Lasky does have a lot of good interviews. I guess he interviewed the pitching coach Strom from Arizona. That's what Mark is saying. I'll have to check
really?
that out.
Yeah. That's.
Hey, Shardo, we'll get to you. Just let us get a few things out of the way here, and then we'll get going and see if Dan will let you on.
Yeah, if we have some time, Shardo, it's just I think we got you set up for. Wednesday the 17th. So we gotta wait right now if we get to this. But Chardal, if you got any questions, go ahead and pop those in. I see one of them here. How would I rate Kapler on a scale of 1 to 10 as a manager? Oh,
are you talking about overall his from Phillies and Giants, or just this year with the Giants, or his time with the Giants?
Yeah, I'm. I think Kapler is. He's not the. I don't know if he's the worst manager in the league, so I can't say he's a 1. And he's definitely not the best. He's probably about a 3. That's kind of where I tend to see him. I see him as a little below average. I think he's meaning well. Anyway, hey,
this year with the Giants, I'll tell you what. When he first came, whoa, hold on.
This year with the Giants, okay.
When Kapler said that this is the best team he's had since being, I'm guessing, with the Giants, you kind of lose credibility right off the rip,
Well, you put a lot of pressure on yourself to win. If that's your best team,
right?
You better produce.
And this is true. He cannot manage a bullpen.
Yeah. Struggles with the pen, I agree. Yeah. So, I would say that for this year, he said, as a manager, he said, Chardal, let me ask you, let me put it this way. How do I say this? Thoughts on solo home run. Everything that happens in a game, there's not an can't analyze everything. Thoughts on the home run? A nice hit. Any home run's good, right?
Only hit the Giants had in 5 innings.
Yeah. So some home runs are better than others as far as, are they majestic? Are they like, wow you? It was a line drive type home run. I don't know what the launch angle was, but Conforto's got 7 home runs on the year. Who's leading the Giants? Davis, Conforto, and one other person has 7.
Is it Estrada? No. Flores, maybe?
Who's got 7 home? Let me look.
I don't think it's Sable. I think Sable has 5, right?
Yeah, Sable has 5. We'll look it up here. Home runs. I know there's 3 guys with 7. Here Wade? It is. Conforto, Davis, Wade. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Estrada, Flores 6. Peterson, Sable, Yaz 5. Crawford has 4. VR has 4. Oh, there's news today. David VR got sent down today as Brandon Crawford was taken off the IL and reinstated to the active roster. And, it was a logical choice. There's no place for VR. Kapler said there's really no place for him right now to get at bats with Casey Schmidt playing, right-handed bat, different infield positions, and first base is kind of manned by Wade and Flores. And then you got J.D. Davis that can back up at first. It's pretty much the lineup I thought it would be when Crawford came back, that DH would go to J.D. Davis. Jock's out. He probably would be in there today. He got hit in the hand yesterday, and they feared that he fractured his hand, but x-rays were negative, so he's day-to-day.
It's probably still swollen like the Dickens.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. But if we look at the Giants' schedule, they are back home tomorrow night in front of a sparse crowd the next couple nights. So it's kind of rough. But, I'm a man of hats, right? And I wear my Adidas hat now that the Warriors season is over. We can go to who's in play, but Their season's over. So let's get ready for some football. How's that?
I'm telling you, I talked about this. These are the 2 months where the Giants need to do something, to create a little bit of excitement, in the Bay Area for Bay Area sports. But I think it's just going to go straight from Warriors to the Niners if they keep playing like this.
Yeah. Exactly. Here's an interesting thought. I bet VR gets traded within 2 weeks. Farhan's modus operandi. Yeah. Graves. He could if they can find a guy place for him, but especially after Kapler says he's part of our future. That's always
That's always the line, yeah.
Yeah.
So, look at those numbers. Man alive.
Conforto 191, Crawford 169, Haniger 179, Wisely 163. Yeah. What the heck? What a joke. What a joke.
I was taking a look at the lineups today. I don't know if this means anything, but on the Diamondbacks, they only had 2 players who were hitting under 800 OPS. Giants have five players who are hitting under 800 OPS. So, I mean, the Diamondbacks, they're getting a lot of doubles. I'm not sure they got a whole lot of home runs, but I think they're hitting a lot of doubles.
Yeah, it's Diamondbacks are an exciting team to watch. You saw that they scored their first run. I believe it was I don't remember if it was a 2-2 pitch or a 3-2 pitch, but the runner was on first was on the move. Might have been a 3-2 pitch at that point, but he had attempted to steal a couple times earlier and the ball was fouled off. But that was you knew when it went into the right field corner he was going to score, and so that was pretty interesting. Let me pull that. That was in the bottom of the 5th. Let me see who that was. Bottom of the 5th. It was Perdomo. Yeah, that's right. Perdomo scored, and I thought the count was let me see. It was 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 2-2, 2-2. Yeah, it was a 3-2. So he was on the move with 2 out. So, but speed on the base pass,
Yep.
So.
And how about the Giants get a leadoff double? I can't remember what inning it was. Estrada gets a leadoff double, and he can't even score a run.
Oh yeah, yep. That was.
And then before that, they had runners on first and second with 1 out, and then wasn't able to score a run.
Yeah. That was in the top of the. Oh, Estrada. When did he get that? Was that the 6th? Somewhere around the 6th. Yeah, it's top of the 6th. Estrada doubled to left. Conforto, weak grounded out. Weak grounder to the pitcher. Davis struck out swinging. Then Sable flied out to center. Sable hit it pretty deep, but it's a big yard.
Yep.
So Jose Castellaneta says he's jealous of the D-backs. Yeah, I mean, heck, if the Giants don't make the playoffs, which it doesn't look like, I told you at the beginning, the D-backs do. I'll pull for the D-backs, being down here in Arizona. They're young and excited. I mean, that's what you want. You want to get behind young guys and start seeing guys that are going to be here.
Yep.
I mean, Giants are what did I say the record was? 17-23?
17-23, yeah.
I mean, they're closer to 10 out, I believe, than they are 5 out. Let me look. I'm talking about in the West.
Right.
Yeah, they're 8.5 out. Okay, Colorado. Did they win today? Yes. Wait. Yeah, Colorado won today. Giants are a half game ahead of the Rockies for being in the cellar. Half a game.
Unbelievable.
I told you. You that they could.
That's all the Giants do, hit home runs and strike out.
Yeah.
Andrew's saying they're striking out at a 9.6.
And the Padres, they've lost 5 in a row. They've been getting beat up by the Dodgers. They're not going to stay down. They beat the Dodgers last year in the playoffs, but prior to that, they just
the Dodgers are doing their thing now. They're doing their thing.
Yeah, Dodgers are 11 up. Hey, I've got a thing that I want to discuss here about making a trade because I don't think the Giants are going anywhere. And I think it's going to be a couple of years before they really get up and going. Like probably about 2025 before they start getting, competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2025, if these guys come through like the Lucianos and the Matoses and the Browns and the Harrisons and some of the other pitching that they got coming up, if 25 might be similar to like the 2009 Giants, where they won, I believe, like 86 and 76, didn't make the playoffs, but then 2010, then you got a crop of young guys. You got Schmidt. Let's say in 2025, you've got Schmidt and Von Brown and Kyle Harrison and Carson Seymour and Logan Webb is pitching. And then you also have Luciano, and I mentioned Matos. And let's say, you got Patrick Bailey that's up helping and some of these other young guys. And then you mix it in with some, veterans around the fringes and maybe a couple of real good free agent acquisitions where they're signed for, like 5 years instead of a year.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe so.
It's funny, Dan. You mentioned that, and it kind of sounds familiar. In 2009, going into 2010, let's see, the Giants brought up the young guys. They sprinkled in veterans like Pat Burrell, Edgar Renteria, Cody Ross. You got guys like that coming in.
Right.
Along with the young guys, and it's amazing they're actually able to do something. It's the Giants are trying to reinvent the wheel for some reason, and it's like, hey, whatever the process works, let's stick with it. If it's not broke,
right,
don't fix it type of situation. But yeah, that you bring up an interesting point to see who the Giants can bring in, though. Along with those young guys that are going to be able to make the roster a little bit more improved with the veteran presence along with the young guys.
Yeah. So let's take a look. I'm going to take a look here at I've got Bleacher Report top 100 updated top 100 prospects, and this is based on how they rate it as potential. This trumps production a lot of the time, especially in the lower levels of the minors and with recent draft picks. Skill set and tools are often better indicators of what kind of player someone will be. And then talent for those in the higher levels of the minors who are close to breaking into the big leagues. Production and talent levels were the determining factor since the players are viewed as more complete products, and then eligibility. A player must maintain rookie eligibility to be considered for inclusion. That means no more than 130 big league at bats. For position players, 50 innings for pitchers and 45 days on the active roster. So then they give the honorable mention, guys who just fell out of the top 50 or 100, the 50 honorable mentions. Casey Schmidt was in on the honorable mentions. So let's take a look at the 100 to 91. I want to see if there's any Giants in here. No one from 91 to 100 in here. 81 to 90, no Giants again. Let's see, 71 to 80, no Giants. 61 to 70, no Giants. 51 to 60, no Giants. This is updated here. 41-50. Marco Luciano is at 43. So he's dropped probably because he's been injured.
Yeah.
First Giant. And then we got 31-40. No Giants. And then we got 21-30. Kyle Harrison falls at 23. Brandon Pfaadt was 27. Interesting.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, today was his third start. So he's he looked good. 11-20. No Giants. And number 1 through 10, Jordan Walker, St. Louis. 1 through 10, obviously no Giants. Let's see how many Dodgers there are just for fun. Okay. Okay, we'll go backwards since I'm already at the bottom. 1 through 10, no Dodgers. Giants had 2 of the top 100, 23 and 43. 11 through 20, no Dodgers. 21 through 30, we got Diego Cartaya, the catcher, at 24. So 1 Dodger. While we're doing Dodgers, let's might as well do the division, right? Let's do the division too. Okay, 1 through 10, I said no Dodgers, no D-backs or Rockies or Padres. 11 through 20. Oh, I did miss a Dodger there. 11 through 20. Bobby Miller, number 16, Dodger pitcher, and shortstop for the Arizona, Jordan Lawler. He's going to be good. Okay, so they've got D-backs and Dodgers each have somebody in the top 20, 11 through 20, and then we go to 21 through 30. Drew Jones, Arizona at 21. Dodgers got another player, Cardega at 24. Colorado, Zach Veen, and San Diego, Jackson Merrill, shortstop. So we got there. Keep a count of this here in your head. Dodgers got another one, 31 through 40. They got Michael Busch, second baseman. And no Rockies, Diamondbacks, or Padres. 41 through 50. I mentioned Luciano, another Dodger. Gavin Stone, 45.
I think they just called him up recently.
I think so. And another Dodger at 50, another catcher. And a Rocky at third base, outfield, Sterling Thompson. Okay, now we move on to 51 to 60. Nothing there. And then we go 61 to 70. Nothing there for the National League West. 71 to 80. Colorado has a catcher at 75. And that's it there. And then we go 81 to 90. We got the Padres in there at 82. And another Dodger, Ryan Pipito, pitcher. I think the Dodgers have had about 5 or 6 now. And then 91 through 100, nobody there. So from the West. So an interesting to see the Giants only have 2 guys. And Justin Kerwin says Matos is playing great in Double-A, which is great to hear. Andrew Bell said Matos had faded away, but I think that was in response.
I know Luciano isn't doing well right now.
He's just getting going.
Yeah.
Here's what I was looking at. I think the Giants, I mentioned this, I think Casey Schmidt's the third baseman of the future. And I think that Luciano will start out at short. And then by the time that they've figured out that he might be an outfielder, maybe you can move, maybe this Ortega kid that's supposed to be a really good glove would be a guy that could take over at short. Luciano supposedly homered today. That would be his second. That's good. So we have that going. But what I got thinking is J.D. Davis having a great year, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be 31 next year, and then after next year, after the 24 season, he's a free agent. I think he's got his highest trade value he may ever have right now. And this team's not going to win with him. Why not? That's why I want to scour the. What do you think the Giants need most? Outfield?
Yeah, I would think outfield.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the top 30 of guys and think of a team that, I don't think the Yankees situation with Josh Donaldson's that great at third base. He's
Right.
old and he's not hitting well.
I know he still plays a good third base, but
Yeah. But, he might be a guy that you could go send to, a team like that. I don't know who, Texas. Who's their third baseman?
that's Jung. That's a brand new kid they just brought up. I think they brought him up last year, but I think this year is his actual rookie year.
Okay, so they're probably good with him if they're high on him. I don't know. Milwaukee, their third baseman, Luis. What's his name? He's on the IL.
Arena, I think. No, not
Urias.
Urea.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the 60-day IL with a hamstring. They've got an outfielder that is they're probably not going to get rid of him, but Jackson Churio, the 5th prospect in all of baseball. Maybe you can package a J.D. Davis along with one of your pitchers like maybe Milwaukee, if they, stay in contention, maybe they'll like an Alex Wood or even a D. Scalfani, who's having a good year.
Are you saying he's number 5 in all of baseball?
Yeah.
Woo! It's going to be steep, I think. I think you're going to have to put a pretty big package together to try to get him. And you got to remember, Yelich is probably on his way out as well.
Yeah, that's true. So, but Evan Carter is a guy with Texas, top
Texas
10.
has got so many. They got a lot of good guys.
Yeah. Maybe you go 11 to 20 and you find Washington, they're not going to trade up their young prospects. They're rebuilding. So You got to find a team that is
if you're looking to trade J.D. Davis, you might want to be in like between maybe the 40 and the 50 range, somewhere around there.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, 31 through 50 outfielder. There's another outfielder, Sal Frelick, that Milwaukee, 36th. Maybe somebody like that. Maybe, you might be able, because I just think they should start considering trading some of these guys and just get guys that are in the top 100 that are close to being ready to play.
And that's what's so frustrating. They had a chance to get a jump start on that last year with Rodon and Peterson. Yeah. They could Peterson could have got you some. Of course, Rodon would have got you some. And then this year, they'll probably do the same thing. They'll probably hold on to their guys and not trade them.
Yeah. Hey, hold on 1 second here. Keep going. I got to step away for a second.
Sure. No problem. All right. What do we got here? I agree with that. That was a mistake. I would have rather have gotten Andrew Chafin, but maybe he didn't want to come to San Francisco. That may be a possibility. Yeah, Taylor Rogers hasn't impressed me at all. Mark Hope, he had a comment earlier talking about speed and defense is going to kind of come back to haunt the Giants. And it's funny. I thought if I'm not mistaken, it was Farhan that said that was their focus in the offseason. They wanted to get more athletic, better defense, have more speed in the outfield. All this was talked about, but of course none of it happened. So it's kind of it's hard to believe what the front office has to say in a lot of these situations and what they're trying to do. I mean, there's a lot of things that he said. I mean, even during the trade deadline last year, talking about the Juan Soto, it's like he made it seem like they could get anybody. In the offseason, they made it seem like they could get anybody, and it's just when you keep whiffing like that, it grows on the fan base. To sit there and what do you believe in this? What this guy has to say? You're gonna only cry wolf so many times before you start, and I think you're starting to see it now in the attendance.
Oh, you're talking about Ohtani or?
Well, no. Mark Hope had brought up an earlier comment talking about the speed and defense is coming to roost with the Giants, and I was like, yeah, that was something that Farhan mentioned in the offseason, that they wanted to get more athletic, have more speed, and better defense. But if they never.
Yeah. And the games, hey, look at that. I can move this a little closer there. That's
All right.
cool. What else can I do with this screen? I can move me in.
Yeah.
I can move you in. No, wait.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. I got to play with this a little bit more.
I like this guy.
Farhan had a slow start, but things will get rolling. Just give it another 5 years. That's right. Hey, if he's here 5 years from now, either the Giants ownership has gone completely nuts or the Giants started winning for some reason and guys started coming up. But, I mean, they've already gone nuts in the first place. But,
I know what I'm telling you. It's not going to surprise me if you see Ohtani make $600 million. That would not surprise me one damn bit. Yeah, it just may happen.
Who knows? I think he's going to go to the Dodgers,
I think so too. Yep.
And the chasm will get wider between the Giants and Dodgers. And I had to step away. I was like, gosh, I smell like something. Is it coming out of my mic? What's going on? I'm smelling like smoke, right? And I'm like, my brand new house. And I'm like, what the heck's going on? Well, I've got my 14-and-a-half-year-old here for the weekend, and he's put a frozen cookie in the microwave for a minute. Started burning up, I guess. It's like, oh gosh. It's like try defrost. That's for like maybe 20 seconds, a cookie. Anyway, Mario, yeah, it's depressing because it's there's nothing to talk good about the Giants, right, Mario? I mean, what can you say? I guess you could talk about possible trades going forward. I mean, play GM.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm seriously in July. If this team is on the same trajectory that they're on right now, first of all, I'd be firing. This is what I would do. If I'm the owner of the Giants and this team or running the Giants and they're, what are they, 7 under 500 or 6? They're 17-23. Okay. So let's take a look real quick here and see what type of ball they're playing. Okay, they're 17-23. They're playing .425 ball. Okay. 162 games times 425. That's 69 wins. That's a 69-93 season. Okay. So I am not I'm firing Farhan and Gabe because I am not going to allow Farhan to try and rebuild this when he's had 5 years to rebuild it. Why would you let him rebuild it? Bring in an experienced general manager who has a lot of experience in rebuilding a team and building a winner.
And Dan, wasn't Farhan hired to rebuild the team?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was the whole purpose.
Yeah. So I don't care if some of his draft picks are starting to produce. He's made the judgments he's made with the free agents he's brought in have done nothing. In fact, so I am not going to give him the reins to rebuild this and then fire him. No,
Right.
I'm bringing somebody else in that knows talent and who can build a winner. So that's what I'm going for.
Yep. And how about this? What is up with these? Ever since Farhan has come here, what's the purpose of even having a GM? They're non-existent. You don't hear from them. You don't remember with what's his name that went to Detroit? I can't remember. Scott Harris.
Scott Harris, yeah.
He didn't do nothing. Pete Petulio, I mean, he doesn't do anything.
We don't know what he's doing. He's visiting minor league camps. I know that. He went to see in his specialty, I think, was more in the minor leagues. So maybe
but that's not what a GM does, though. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what their responsibilities are, but the day Larry Car Salesman brought in Farhan has been the worst era of San Francisco. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Larry Car Salesman. Talking about Bear.
Yeah.
I don't think Farhan lives in LA. I don't know. Where does Farhan?
I heard someone talking about that. I think you were on with Larry once.
Yeah, I remember that, but there was no concrete evidence to that. I don't know. We could find out possibly.
Someone did some kind of search on some real estate something and found him living in Southern Cal or something like that.
I know he used to. So who knows where? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what what his whole thing is. It's just
there. It is. MF says he lives in Manhattan Beach.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Live in Manhattan? You don't have a place? He must have a place in the city.
Hey, Dan, here's a question. I've seen a couple of blurbs about this, in the Twitterverse, but what is the situation going to be with the Giants when the A's move? Is there going to be some? You think the Giants are going to capitalize on this? Do you think? I mean,
as far as territorial rights, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say because
the Giants
they got San Jose. I mean, the A's can't go. I don't understand that the A's can't go into San Jose for what, marketing or TV? I don't understand it.
Giants territory, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what. If the A's do move, which it looks like they will, I would be, if I'm Joe Lacob, I'm saying I'm going to MLB and saying, give me an expansion team, and he'll get a stadium. He'll get a stadium built, and then look out. He gets that stadium built somewhere in a nice place on the water or something, Oakland. Build a winner.
You never know, man. The Giants, they're in the real estate, so maybe they'll buy the property and sell it to Lacob.
If they can make a bunch of money, sure.
Yeah. It seems that's where the priority is, more in real estate than it is.
Well, you got a bunch of owners. You got 34.
That's an issue.
You got 34 owners. You don't have anyone running the team. So those 34 owners want their money each year. It's an investment.
Yep.
Because they don't want to be losing money and saying, oh, but in 30 years when we sell the team, I'll be 97 years old, or whatever. They want to make money. Those guys are invested to make money year after year. They were losing money, I think, at some point during their best years. I don't know if they were but they're worth of the franchise. So when they make a profit of $75 million or whatever their profit was this past year.
Last year, yeah, something like that, yeah.
So let's say you've got, 5% ownership in the company, and the company made $75 million. Well, you just made yourself $3.7 million for the year. That's a nice profit, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Now if you happen to be, making, maybe you're only 2% owner, but at 75 million, 2%, still $1.5 million coming in. So this is an investment. This is like a stock. This is not like, hey, let's put a winning team out there. No, you got guys that are, if they start losing money, they may say, hey, cash me in. Because when are the Giants going to, realistically, they're going to, sell this?
Right.
So I wish they would sell it to a one type owner that has a desire to win, like the owner of the New York Mets.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Steve Cohen?
Yeah. Uncle Steve.
Yeah. I mean, they're not doing too well right now. The Mets stink right now, which is pretty interesting. They have the worst record in baseball over the last couple of weeks, I believe, minus the A's. If you look at the standings right now, the Mets are 19-21. They've lost. It goes back to the last 10. They're 3-7, but I think when you go back to their last 15 or something, it's
pretty bad.
Like 4-11 or something like that. Yeah, they're
still missing Scherzer and Verlander.
Verlander's back, I hear. I think he's back.
Now?
He pitched well the other night. Okay, but Phillies have got themselves to 500. They're actually pretty. They were pretty well under, but they're now at 500. They're starting to play better, and just in time, they're going to face the Giants. And they're going to face the Giants with the Giants number 4 and 5 starters, it looks like, because they just pitched Cobb, DeSclafani, and Webb the last 3.
Yep.
Or 4, or I don't know who they pitched Friday.
I can't remember who's playing tomorrow.
Yeah. My wife made me a watermelon juice.
That's nice.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm drinking some lemonade myself.
Interesting.
Getting up to the 90s over here.
Watermelon. I'd rather just eat the watermelon personally, but I've been drinking. You got this at Costco? I've been drinking 2 of these a day. They're 40 ounces water.
Oh, my God.
And then I got another 20 ounce that I take. And then I take a big 15-ounce glass in the morning. So I've been drinking about 115 ounces, not gallons.
You must be living at the toilet a lot.
I am, man. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. But my doctor told me to start drinking a lot of water, that because I had a whole blood panel, and even though it was pretty good, she says certain things, you got to get your water up, and so, man, it's like, and I'm putting some Himalayan salt in it, so she says it
some electrolytes.
Yeah, so it's not running through you constantly, but man, this is like, but I'll tell you, I've lost weight because it's you don't eat as much when you're full of water.
Exactly. When you're sloshing around, you don't feel like. So I guess Woods pitching money. That's who it was. I don't know how that one's going to turn out.
Woods pitching?
I think the Phillies are throwing someone out there with a 15 ERA or something like that.
Man, I'll tell you. Yeah, watermelon is good for the prostate. When you get to 61, yeah. I take these other pills that called beta-sitosterol. It's a supplement. It's actually good. Reduces cholesterol, but it also shrinks your prostate. So you don't. I used to get up and have to go to the bathroom at least once a night. Now I sleep straight through.
Nice.
It's beta cytosterol. It's a plant-based deal, but shoot, man, I like to sleep straight through it. It's nice to be able to not have to get up. Yeah. Brady drank a lot of water too, huh? What's that? This is RO water too. I got an RO, and I love water. I'm just I don't like drinking water like as much as I'm drinking now, because I'm drinking it more for not for thirst, but just to get water in me. But I do love drinking water, especially when it's so hot here in Arizona, man. You just
The Giants have a chance to go 2-1 against the Phillies. I don't know about Wheeler or
they do. They do.
Walker and Walker. I'm not sure.
So
I think Walter's the one that has I think he's like 0-5 with like a huge ERA.
Wow.
That means Giants will lose.
Probably.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. 0-6 with a 5.75 ERA.
0-6? Oh, he'll probably get to the Giants. Just Dan Barry of Music Lynn says, what's the point of a 40-man roster protection once the Rule 5 draft was in December? Can teams do a Rule 5 during the season? No, not during the season. There's a special time, just kind of like the annual draft or trade.
But I think there's a rule when you take a guy off the 40-man, right? Don't they become free agents or something like that? Or not free agents, but there's something weird where they're vulnerable to being picked up, not necessarily by a Rule 5, but if you let someone off the 40-man, basically they go on the waiver, I think.
Oh, yeah, they go on waivers. If you're taking off the 40-man and you're, in essence, you're not, if you're out of, say, options or whatever, like once you have to go on to the 40-man after so many years. I think it's like 5 years after you're drafted in the regular MLB draft and the international draft. I think you get a little longer if they're younger. But if they're not on the 40-man roster, there's the Rule 5. Then there's a minor league Rule 5 draft as well. But the Rule 5 states, like, the Giants had to put Matos and Luciano on the 40-man because they were eligible. If they didn't go on the 40-man, they would have been Rule 5 eligible, and they would have got snatched up.
Yeah.
Because some young team like the Nationals or the A's, they would just take them, and you got to keep them on your roster for the whole year.
Right.
So,
but like he was saying, if you pull them off the 40-man now, you make them vulnerable to waivers. Like if you pulled
Yeah, you do. Which
that's correct, Bay Area. They have to keep Matos on that 40-man and Luciano. Otherwise, they lose their protection and get picked up by waivers.
Right. I still haven't seen hold on here. Just reading something here. 1 second. I want to look at that 40-man and see if they've updated the if they put Matos back on there or not. It's funny. I still don't see him on there.
Matter of fact, the draft is coming up here in a couple of weeks, right?
It's usually in
June.
June. Is it June or July?
I think it's June.
Oh. What number do the Giants have this year? They're like 15?
Yeah, that's a good point. Let me see. I think, you know what? I think they're somewhere around there, yeah.
They're probably 15 to 17 range.
I'm sorry. It is July 9th through the
I thought it
11th.
was July.
Yeah, I guess that's during the All-Star break, right? Somewhere on there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look to see where the Giants are 16.
16, yeah. I said
Yeah.
15 to 17, right
Yep.
in the middle. Okay. Just texting somebody real quick here.
Problem is the Giants haven't had very much luck.
No, not at all. You can't. Yeah.
I mean, they're just whiffing way too much on the draft, and that's where everyone else is doing well.
A lot of teams
I mean,
seem to be
look how
doing.
many Dodgers you named that are in the top 100. And Dave, how many number ones have they traded away for? Remember when they had to get Scherzer and Turner, when they wanted to get no, Freeman was a free agent.
Oh, they're
But
facing. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep going.
no problem. They trade all these number ones away, and they're
Yeah.
still up on top with prospects.
Yeah, this is interesting here. Zach Wheeler, according to Chardal, says going on Tuesday. Interesting. Zach Wheeler, the former Giant who was traded in the Carlos Beltran trade.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't think Wheeler's going against Wood. Wood's going tomorrow, I think.
Bailey Falter is he says is well.
Yeah,
Wait a
that's
minute.
what it is. It's Falter versus Wood.
So Wood is pitching on Monday and Tuesday, according to Chardal. Wow. This guy's got a rubber arm.
So who would go after Wood? Is that Cobb? I don't know.
I can look it up here real quick. I can look up the what they've got going because Wednesday is an afternoon game, and they will play at 12:45. And right now, it's oh gosh, Mania.
Oh,
Tawan Walker. I think they lose 2 or 3 in this series.
Yeah. Now that you say that, wait, but who's Mania going against? Is it
Walker?
Wheeler? Oh, against
Tawan Walker. Yeah, he's pretty good.
That's not good.
Phillies are starting to play better ball.
Well, they got Harper back now.
Yeah, they got Harper back. They lost the kid from SAC, the first baseman.
Yeah, Rice the whole year.
Yeah, Reese Hoskins.
Hoskins.
Yeah. They lost him for the whole year. Wow. So we'll see what's going on.
Chardal, man, dude.
Chardal. If they sweep the Giants, I may just, instead of having we do a collab on Wednesday afternoon, I may just sit back in the background and let you run the whole thing. I'll let you do the opening. I'll let you come on and say, this is Chardal on the NorCal Sports Network. Welcome, everybody, as the Giants sweep the Phillies. And you will be doing that Wednesday afternoon, Chardal. That's if the Phillies sweep the Giants, that's what you're going to do the opening. So, in fact, I may bring you and Robert Rothberg on, and we'll do a little 3-camera thing here. We'll have different in background. We'll have you right here as me, and where Eric is will be Rothberg, and I'll just be sitting up there in the grandstands up there at the top. Okay, so that will be hilarious. Maybe we'll bring us in a little closer. Let's see. Maybe play around here. How do I get you, Eric, into the?
I think I have to do it myself.
Can you do that?
Maybe?
Can you put yourself on?
Not.
I don't know how you can get on the left, and
yeah, I'm not sure.
Anyway, I guess yeah. So here we are. We've been rapping now for 1 hour, and What do you guys think? I mean, what do you guys? What do you think the answer is? Somebody put in your comments. Do you guys clean house here uh, this year? If the Giants are um, not really in contention for a wild card, the sad thing. I mean, I should say the sad thing is, but the bad thing is it's not sad, but the bad thing is that the Giants are not that great of a team right now, right? In fact, they're not good at all. They're paying 425 on pace for 69 and 93 record. But because nobody else is doing that great, they are actually only 3 back of the wild card. 3.
That's crazy.
So they've only played 25% of the season. So there's 75% of the season still to go. So you really can't do anything at this point because 3 games out can be made up in a week or 2 at the most. I mean, I've seen teams make up 5-6 games in 1 week. But the thing is they've got to climb over 6 teams now. I mean, they're actually tied for Washington.
I mean, are the Giants ever going to even leap over Arizona at this point?
I don't see them catching Arizona this year.
I don't see it unless, of course, injuries and that type of situation.
Yeah, they're 5.5 behind. I mean, that can be made up too. I mean, you have series where you could sweep somebody, but Mark Graves says J.D. Davis and Jock should be traded dead. I agree. Yeah. I totally agree, Mark. That is my thing. I think you go ahead and do that. Move Davis, move Peterson, get some assets, get some really good prospects that are ready to contribute, that can actually maybe even that are at AAA and producing, and they could come up and play this year. Not guys that are, hey, they're maybe 3-4 years from now.
Right.
So who else could be traded? I mean, I think Alex Cobb could be traded if to a contender.
Yeah. This is last year, right?
I believe so. I think DeSclafani could be traded.
You know what? That's a good point, because if you think about it, even if Cobb has a great year, do you think Cobb will know he could get more from another team than what Farhan would want to pay for him to stay after this year?
Yeah. So, I mean, they could get who else could they, guys you want to keep are guys that are under 28 years of age that have potential. So if we look at the roster of the Giants and we say who's good that's of underage, and we look at this, let me take a look here real quick here. All right. So we've got Joey Bart's 26. I mean, Cobb's 35. I mean, so, how much does he really have left in the tank?
Yeah, good point.
I'm just looking at the ages here. Conforto, 30. Crawford, 36. Okay, J.D. Davis is 30. So he's 31 next year and then turns 32 in his free agent year. So unless the Giants turn it around and are ready to compete for a wild card this year and possibly do run it back next year, there's no reason to keep Davis. But Farhan, this is the problem. He's delusional. He thinks last year, I remember he said, we think we've got the team at the trade deadline to make the run. We got the horses here.
Right.
Okay. And it was clear to everybody that they didn't. And yet, okay. So I don't know what's going on with Isan Diaz I don't think he's played all year. I think he's been hurt. Saw him in spring training, spoke with him at spring training. I was expecting some good things from him this year, and we've had nothing.
Nothing.
So DeSclafani's 33. There's another guy. Okay, so I'm looking at guys who we'd keep. Camilo Duvall, 25, keeper. Tyro Estrada, 27, keeper. Luis Gonzalez, 27. We'll see. He's should be back probably by August. Had back surgery in March.
Real quick, before you even get in, did you see Luke Jackson's now on a rehab?
Yeah, he started today rehab. So you're looking at Luke Jackson probably by June. So I don't think it would take him but 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks of some pitching, right? I mean, he's probably going to pitch every other day or every third day. I don't see him pitching back to back.
What do you think they do with him? He was a reliever, right? He wasn't a starter.
He was pretty good with the Braves a couple years ago in 21.
Yeah.
But he missed all of last year. So he missed all of last year rehabbing, and he's missing half of this year, which is about right, the 18-month timeline. So he might come back and actually be effective because it's a year and a half. He's missed a full season, and he's missing,
half
over probably a third of this year, and then he'll be back. So we'll see. Okay, so far we've mentioned guys that are, guys to maybe hang on to on this 40-man roster. All right, let's go through them one by one. Let's just play this, and this will include guys that are on the 60-day IL. Okay, you want these guys back next year, yes or no? Scott Alexander.
We need, I don't know, they need a lefty in the bullpen. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like Taylor Rogers. I would keep him.
All right, Joey Bart.
Yes.
Okay. Matt Beatty.
No.
Tristan Beck. He's only 26.
No. Not on a major league roster.
Maybe on the 40, see what he does. 26. John Brebbia is 32. Brebbia could come back, I think.
Yeah.
Cobb, 35.
It depends. It depends. Just like Bay Area, he made a good point. He's going to be 30, 36. Probably won't get a lot of high money offers. So
you might get a decent offer for the contender.
Yeah.
Okay, Conforto, you don't have a choice. He's coming back whether if he wants to opt out, he can opt out. I would say today, if the season ended today and he was hitting 170 something, he's not opting out.
Right.
He's, who knows? He may decide to opt out and still say, "Hey, I can get." Who knows if he starts.
He's got Scott Boras, so I mean.
Yeah. All right, Brandon Crawford. I don't think Crawford comes back next year. Definitely not as the number one guy. He may come back as a platoon role guy. That maybe we'll see. I don't think he probably will come back, but Jose Cruz, he's a young pitcher who's 22. They was one of the guys they protected, I believe, in the Rule 5 draft this year.
Yeah, they did.
So they're probably pretty high on him. He's a keeper. J.D. Davis, he's 30. I mean, if they don't trade him, sure, have him come back. But again, I think he's got great trade value right now.
And plus, if Schmidt keeps doing what he's doing, then you've got a little bit of a logjam at third.
Yeah. Anthony DeScalfani, 33. He'll probably be back because he's got a 3. Didn't he get a 3-year? Is this his last year?
This is his third year, isn't it?
Okay, this must be the third year, 21, 2, 3, yeah. Isan Diaz, who knows? Nothing's happening there. Camilo Duvall, he definitely comes back. Estrada, yes. Flores, 31. I think he's signed. What did he sign? A 2 or 3 year deal?
2 year.
So this year 1. So he'll be back. Luis Gonzalez, I'd like to see him again. Haniger, I think is
3-year deal.
Yeah. So he's coming back. Sean Jelly. I mean,
he needs to work on some things.
Yeah. Had a great spring. He's having a rough year.
Did.
Luke Jackson, we'll see what he does. Bryce Johnson, 27. But I don't see any real. I don't see a guy that's a breakout star.
No, he's like a journeyman.
Yeah, Jacob Junis, only 30. He's having a rough year this year.
Yeah.
Seems like he's kind of lost in nowhere land.
Well, if
It's
you think
like,
about it, they got him pitching in different situations. When he was as a starter, he seemed to be okay. But
yeah, why isn't he starting instead of Mania?
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather put him instead of. Oh, maybe because they don't have very many right-handers
Or lefties pitching. Yeah, they only have Wood and Mania, right?
Right.
Jock Peterson, 31. He hasn't done a ton. Roberto Perez, he's still, forget him.
He's done.
Elliot Ramos, he's only 23. He hasn't been given a real shot yet. We'll see. I'd like to see him give him a shot at least. Give him 200 at bats in the first couple months and see what he does.
Right.
Randy Rodriguez is a 23-year-old. He's a guy probably to hang on to. Taylor and Tyler Rogers, they're both signed for 3 years. So they're back. Blake Sable's only 25. I think he's proven to be a guy that can, he's playing actually made another diving catch today in left field. Casey Schmidt, definitely keeper. Austin Slater, there's a guy, 30 years of age.
He can't stay on the field.
Yeah. Then you got Cal Stevenson, 26. Don't know a whole lot about. Go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal.
I remember those commercials. Yeah.
Cal Stevenson Ford. Go see Cal. We had him in Southern California too.
When I lived there. Sacramento too, I think, right?
Yeah, go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal.
And you'll see my dog Spot.
What else we got? Ross Stripling. Oh man, that's been not good at all. But he's
Mania. We're going to wind up having Mania again.
And Stripling. You could have Mania and Stripling back.
Yep.
Zapucki, he's only 26. Don't know a whole lot about him. VR, 26.
And Zapucki, I think he's got arm issues too.
Yeah, he's got some neuropathy in the arm. Yeah, don't know what's going on there. David VR sent down today. Lamont Wade Jr., 29. Then Cole Waits, 24. Webb's obviously here to stay. Keaton Wynn, that's a guy that's on the 40 that's a starter. He's got a nasty split finger that I think you may see him at some point this year, possibly. And then Wisely hasn't been that impressive at the plate.
No.
And then you got Alex Wood and Yaz. So, I mean, this is an older team. There's no real stars on here. Whose jersey you buying in that group?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Casey Schmidt, number 6, is a guy you can buy because he's going to be here. But any other jersey you want to buy?
No, maybe Webb.
Yeah. So you got Logan Webb. Maybe Sable stays and becomes something. Logan Webb. What is Webb's number? 62. So 6 and 62, about the only sellable jerseys besides Crawford's, who's is, it's just because he's been here he's Brandon Crawford. But
the legacy, yeah.
Yeah. Eddie K says, why would you want to keep Slater? Did I say keep Slater?
No, you didn't say keep Slater. We said because
so,
he can't stay on the field.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think he doesn't.
And he's a pure platoon hitter.
He's just a platoon guy. He's only faced lefties. I don't know. This is
it's not very exciting, is it?
No. I mean, that's why the stands are empty. I just read you 40 plus reasons why the stands are empty. People don't care. Mm-hmm. Who are you getting behind?
Right.
I mean, what I would love to see is Camilo Duvall have some really cool walk-up song like Edwin Diaz had, something.
Oh, yeah, the guy with the trumpet. Yeah.
Something different, but his own unique thing, and get the crowd going. And when they hit home runs, put a chain around these guys, or a big, or some
Something
sombrero, or something that's fun and
fun.
exciting. This team reflects their manager. It's just as boring as all get out.
And then
There's
you see those
no,
other stadiums, they'll have all the lights going and doing
yeah, just
so it's like
get this
what?
place rocking and get some young youth in there and get this, these guys that are just, you know, they're just there's no excitement at all.
Yeah. It's depressing. It really is. I was the one that sent you that link with all the the celebrations, and you can see all the fun they're having. Even teams who aren't doing that well, they're out there.
Yeah,
You know,
that was cool. That was really cool. Um, yeah,
I
that
just
was
I don't get it. It's really strange.
yeah. I wonder if I could get this. Yeah, it's just not letting me. For some reason, I can't download. Let me see if I can do this.
Oh, you trying to get the video?
Yeah, here we go. Hold on. Let me see if I can play this again. Are you hearing that now? No.
I can't hear it.
You can?
I can't. Hmm. Whoa. Hey, Justin, you're going to have to elaborate. Are you? Is that what's happening to Kapler and the players stay in the clubhouse? Really? They're still not coming out for the national anthem, huh? They just stay in the clubhouse until first pitch. I can't hear you, Dan.
Oh, did it play the?
No, it showed like.
Okay. Anyway, I was going to show you the double play by Casey Schmidt today with bases loaded. It's little things that you notice by Casey Schmidt, the way he quickly gets rid of the ball. You're right, Hiroku. I'm going to have to play it on my phone.
Here, let me see this. I want to see if I can try to get this here.
I'm going to show you this. I'm going to turn the volume down, and you guys watch this. Let me see if I can pull it up here. All right. I'm really bad with this. All right, here we go. Check this out. Watch Casey Schmidt. Should play again here. Watch him get rid of the ball as it's grounded to third. Watch how fast he gets rid of this. Oh, no, that's his play where he throws it a strike about 95 miles an hour. It's this play. Watch how fast he gets rid of this ball. See that? That's a double play. Most third basemen don't have that natural, he just, you could see the skills. It's just different.
Right.
Like even Brandon Crawford said, he looks different out there.
I'm gonna try something here and see if I can get this to work.
Yeah, I'm just, when it comes to tech stuff, it's just awful. So what were we saying about Kapler? The players are still staying in.
Yeah.
First pitch every game gets the loudest boo every game when his name is mentioned. Talking home games he's getting booed or on the road?
I'm guessing home. Can you see this, Dan?
Yeah, is there a way to turn the volume off of it?
Yeah, I could turn the volume off. The volume's off. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Now
how's that look?
Talking. That looks really good.
All right, here we go.
Watch Casey Schmidt as he comes up with the ball and doesn't set or anything, just quickly. Oh, that's the throw.
A different one.
That's a different one. Okay. That's a
I'll
strike.
find that one. Hold on.
So he's just got an awareness that most young guys don't have. I mean, he's really, really gifted in the field. And I just love I'm glad he got a chance to play third. This first game he's played third. And I want to see him at third. Play your future. Okay, J.D. Davis can DH. J.D. Davis can play some first base. J.D. Davis can play some third at times when Crawford's resting and you're putting Casey Schmidt. I have a feeling Brandon Crawford is now probably for quite a while, with the fact that Schmidt and Davis both play third base and they're probably two of your better hitters, that Crawford is only going to be playing against right-handers. And that they're going to platoon him.
Yeah.
So Cap is protesting the anthem and it pisses me off. Yeah, it does. It ticks me off too, Mark. It's just totally it's ridiculous. For what purpose? What purpose is he doing that? You still trying to figure out how to do the ground ball to the double play ball?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get that because.
See if I can find anything else in the chat here to throw up. There's no fun being woke. This is Kapler's Clubhouse. Yeah, I can't stand woke.
Okay, let's try this.
Get rid of woke. This is my show, as I say, and I'll talk about woke. I don't like woke, okay? And I won't drink a Bud Light if I was just now because of what they're doing.
All right, let's try this again. All right.
Here we go.
Go here. I'll just do that little quick thing here. Is it showing?
Yeah. Here we go.
There we go.
Boom. Watch Schmidt. Boom. Ooh, quickly. That is just beautiful. Didn't bring the ball up. Let's play that one more time.
You bet.
Watch how he doesn't bring the ball up. He just releases it about
the glove to hand is amazing.
Yeah, the glove to hand. Watch this. Glove to hand and then boom, right at the belt. Just got rid of it quick. That is not a double play with a lot of third basemen.
Exactly.
That is not a double play with a lot of third basemen. So anyway, that is, Mark says, thanks, Dan. Appreciate you saying it. Yeah, not many will. Respect the hell out of you. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, you want to go woke, go do your woke thing, but don't force it on the rest of society, because you're the 1%.
That was very nice. I mean, he looks like a veteran out there with his defense. That is fantastic.
Yeah. Beautiful play. I wanted to show that, highlight that, because I noticed it right away, and I was like, that is just so impressive, and I think that's what they've been talking about at third base. Play him at third base. It's his best position. Okay? Yep. He's a rookie. Let him get in at third base. I know you were down with Crawford, but now you have a shortstop. Play Crawford. Move Tyro over to, I don't know. Tyro's best at second, but Schmidt's doing okay at short. I guess he can fill in, just like the Manny Machado used to be a shortstop, and then he's also
moved over. Yeah.
I mean, he's a great third baseman. But I want to see this kid Casey Schmidt have a some Gold Gloves. Giants need. Who's the last Gold Glove besides Crawford that the Giants have had? And Posey, yeah. I mean,
Belt never got one. Nope.
Belt never got one.
That's it. It's just Crawford and Posey.
Panic get one?
I don't think so.
Pablo get one?
No.
That's it?
I think that's it. I think it's only Crawford and Posey. Hold on. Let me take a gander.
Pence ever get one?
No, I don't think so. Not with the Giants.
I thought Panic did get one.
Did he?
I thought he did. Like 2014,
maybe the 2014 when they won it.
Oh, Mark Hope says Panic got a Gold Glove. Do you know what year it was, Mark? I thought he got one.
Let's see.
Just type in Joe Panic Gold Glove. It'll tell you.
Well, I got it right here. 2014. Nope.
2015?
Gold Glove. 2021, Brandon Crawford. 2017, Brandon Crawford. 2016, yes, that's when he got it. It was Buster, Crawford, and Panic.
Yeah, I thought there was 3 in 1 year. So that was 2016. Yeah. That was an awful team, too. That was
a playoff team.
No. That wasn't it. That was 17. It was awful. Yeah, 17, They lost like 98 games. Okay, so 16, they made the playoffs. That's right. Very good.
And then before that, I mean, you had, Brandon Crawford in 2015. And before that was 2006, Omar Vizquel.
Yeah, so
Mike Matheny, he won a Gold Glove with the Giants.
As a catcher, interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Jose Cruz Jr.
The guy that dropped the fly ball in right field against the Marlins.
And he's got a 2003 Gold Glove.
Yeah, it was 2003, the year he dropped the fly ball, too. That's amazing. That was a snake-bitten year. They should have won. Yeah, Bonds won several. Matt Williams.
Yeah.
Kurt Manwaring, according to Hiroki. Yeah. But they haven't had, a third base Gold Glove
should have had him, but the problem is he had Goldschmidt in the same league.
Yeah, Belt was really good.
Yeah.
Belt was really good. So, hey, that's I think that's going to do it. It's now 5:30. We've been going since 4:00. We've been going an hour and a half. Tomorrow night, Monday night, Giants play the Phillies at 6:45. Just looking up the schedule, make sure I don't have anything going. Yeah, we're good. So we'll come back tomorrow night after the Giants Philadelphia Phillies game 1 at Oracle Park. 6:45 start time. So I would expect to be on about 9:15. Somewhere 9:15, 9:30 range. And we'll yak it up for a little bit. I don't know how long we can continue to do these hour and a half long shows when the Giants, there's nothing exciting to talk about.
Yeah.
The
Giants should do well tomorrow, considering the starting pitcher, but
we'll see. They usually play well on Tuesdays, but they're facing with those orange pajamas. But they're facing.
But it's Wheeler. So
Zach Wheeler, yeah. So anyway, hey everybody, have a great Sunday evening, and just one other thing, the NBA game today, Game 7. It looked like the Philadelphia 76ers were gonna possibly pull off the upset in the first half. They led most of the first half. Boston came on strong at the end of the second half and took a 3-point lead in the locker room. And then I missed the third quarter thinking, you know what, I'll just watch the fourth quarter because I had turned on the Giants game and I was, I've been watching both. But then I said, well, I'll flip the Giants from my phone to the big screen. And I checked on my phone and all of a sudden I said, what? It was 55-52 at halftime, Boston. And I look in the third quarter, it's 88-62. They outscored them 33-10.
Oh, wow.
So they were down like 26. Going into the fourth quarter, I was like, oh, my goodness. So Boston just came out of halftime and were just like, completely possessed or something and just took it to them. So Boston advances to the finals against Miami, Lakers, Denver. I was kind of hoping for like a Denver 76ers finals to see Jokic and Embiid play against each other. I thought that would have been classic matchup. Just don't give me Lakers, Miami. I don't want to see that. That was in the bubble. Is the NBA going to try and say, oh, we missed this matchup in the bubble. Nobody watched it, so we're going to give it to you in 23? I hope not. Yeah, and you're right, Chardal. Tatum broke Curry's Game 7 record. Curry owned the record for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Of having the most points scored in a seventh game of a playoff series. He scored 50. Curry broke somebody's record who had it at 48. And now Jason Tatum breaks it with 51 today. And, yeah, Tatum was probably just staying in the game, too, to get it. He played over 40 minutes, 41 minutes. Steph did his under like 37 minutes, I think. 38,
Someone
whatever.
had a comment, something about Morant. Did something happen with him?
Oh, yeah. Ja Morant got suspended today for supposedly some other video of him with a gun again.
Are you
This is like the
me?
third incident.
Okay, hold on. Was it after the fact or was it a video that happened before and it just got released now?
It happened yesterday. So the guys, he may end up I haven't listened to what I think Stephen A. Smith was commenting on. I missed it. Okay. Woj, Morant potentially facing lengthy suspension after latest video. Stephen A. says expecting a double-digit suspension.
Well, that's who it was. It was Eddie. He said that earlier today. That's who it was.
If you really want to get the guy to wake up, suspend him for the season.
Yeah.
He's obviously not getting the message.
That's crazy.
But the NBA is all about making their money, and they don't want to suspend one of their big guys, But this guy's going to end up doing something really stupid if he doesn't wake up. Mark Graves says, Ja doing this to get out of Memphis. I don't know. Jeez. That could be. Ja Gunslinger Morant. It was a live video. Yeah. This guy's just not getting it.
Unbelievable.
So anyway, I guess my finals, I don't like Boston. I was thinking probably the worst finals at the NBA for TV revenue would be Denver and Miami. Probably the best would be
Celtics Lakers. That's kind of a classic.
Yeah, they would probably. Yeah, that would be that as well. I don't know if we're going to see that again. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm ready for. Look forward to some football. So that's always a little more exciting. And fantasy football, my first year doing fantasy football last year. I got to do it again. Now I'm hooked.
You got the bug.
I got the bug. I can't. Yes. Now that I know what I'm doing.
I'm guessing Larry's going to have another.
I hope so. He better.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah. I'll know what I'm doing this time. But hey, anyway, you guys have a great Sunday night, and we'll be back tomorrow night after the Giants game, somewhere around 9:15 to 9:30, most likely. Until then, everybody enjoy your Sunday, and we'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Thanks a lot to Eric as well. Thank you again, Eric. It's been great having you on and running the ticker and the banners down below. So thank you to Eric, and we'll see you guys. Have a great one.
See ya.